You can see who someone really wants to be by the way they dress up on Purim. One year I went to Purim and bought a complete, authentic Hasidic outfit, knee breeches with white knee-length socks and the classic, unique shoes, the shirt with the white cuffs and the buttons that do up the wrong way round. The only thing I stopped short of was a shtreimel, which would have set me back a few $1,000s. There's just so much you can do for accuracy. At the beginning of Megillat Esther, Achashverosh throws a party to end all parties. His party costume was the vestments of the high priest. Now, was Achashverosh merely poking fun at the Jewish people and their prophecies of the end of his almighty kingdom? Or maybe there was something deeper and more sinister about his fancy dress? Right at the beginning of the Torah, there's a hint to 4 mighty empires who will subjugate the Jewish people: Babylon, Persia, Greece, and Rome. Each of these empires successively snatches world domination one from the other, and eventually the last of those empires, Rome, and its cultural heirs, the Western world, will return the dominion to the Jewish people. They will return the kingship of David. And when that happens, the prophet Isaiah foresees that the lost ones will come from the land of Ashur, and the final exile will come to its end. The name Ashur is related to the Hebrew word Ishur, and Ishur is a certification. Each nation that rises up to take the kingship of the world seeks to certify itself as being the true and final recipient of the crown of David. But they can only do this by proclaiming themselves the true heirs. They each claim to be the new Israel. They claim that the testament of faith of the Jewish people is old and that they have a new one. That, in essence, is what Achashverosh was attempting to do at his millennial party. He was certifying himself. He was giving himself an ishur as the new Israel. His party was a grotesque replication of the temple service. He used the holy vessels of the temple to carouse with them at his party of inauguration. He dressed himself up as the Kohen Gadol, the high priest. He even went so far as to name his ministers after the offerings of the holy temple: Ola, Chatat, Shlomim. The vestments of the Kohen Gadol in which he was dressed were made with deep Kabbalistic powers. Achashverosh was trying to harness those forces of holiness for his own means, to set his seal on world domination using those higher spiritual forces. This was no fancy dress party.